South African Legislation Compliance Consultancy, BEE Novation, has released a ranking of the digital media presence of various African political leaders. Only African leaders actively seeking public office were considered in the report, including those eligible for re-election as well as those running opposition parties. Also taken into account were the presence of dedicated websites featuring relevant, up-to-date, and detailed information about the candidates. The social media platforms utilized, the number of followers in proportion to the population of their countries, the frequency of posts, and the level of public engagement with posts were also factored into the creation of the list. Over 100 leaders from 40 African states were considered, with 30 making it into the final list. Ghana's current president, Nana Akufo-Addo, emerged as number 1, with Uganda's president, Yoweri Museveni, Rwandan President Paul Kagame, Deputy President William Ruto of Kenya, and Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Abiy Ahmed, being among the top 10. Data for this analysis was gathered between August and October 2020. In descending order, from 10th to 1st, we present to you the top 10 African political leaders with the most impressive digital presence. At number 10, Abiy Ahmed Ali. Ethiopia's Prime Minister, Abiy Ahmed, is reputed to have introduced many reforms since becoming the head of government in April 2018. He maintains an active social media presence with a significant following. Although he does not have any other web portal with detailed information about his background and policies, apart from the official government portal for the office of the Prime Minister. Number 9. Alassane Ouattara. Alassane Ouattara has been in office as president of Côte d'Ivoire since 2010 and has been widely acknowledged for improving the macroeconomic framework of the country. Currently pursuing a third presidential term, Ouattara is consistent on selected social media platforms with thousands of followers on each platform he is on. He, however, does not have a website that provides detailed information about his political career and vision for the country. Number 8. Edgar Lungu. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, in office as president of Zambia since 2016, has well-maintained accounts on various social media platforms with thousands of followers. He is in the race to be re-elected for another term in 2021 presidential elections. Mr. Lungu, however, has no personal website that gives details about his record and policies. Number 7. William Ruto. Ruto, born in 1966, has served as deputy president since 2013 on the ticket led by President Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya. With Kenyatta no longer eligible to run for another term, William Ruto is expected to run in the presidential election of 2022. The vice president has millions of followers across social media platforms, and he regularly gives updates about his activities. Apart from the social media platforms and official government web portals, there is no dedicated website that details his vision for Kenya. Number 6. Cyril Ramaphosa. President Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa maintains an active presence on all social media platforms, with tens of thousands of followers on Facebook and Instagram and more than 1.6 million on Twitter. Ramaphosa ranks 6th. The longtime trade unionist, anti-apartheid activist, and businessman, now serving first term as president, is expected to run for a second consecutive term in 2024. In spite of his widely known political activism, Mr. Ramaphosa does not have a website that elaborates his political record and vision, albeit his foundation has one. Number 5. Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga, opposition leader and former Prime Minister of Kenya, is widely expected to run for president in 2022. Currently serving High Representative for Infrastructure at the African Union Commission, Mr. Odinga is followed by millions of people on influential social media sites such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 4. Paul Kagame. President Paul Kagame of Rwanda is often described as the most impressive of the most repressive leaders of Africa. Known for his firm leadership and developmental initiatives, Mr. Kagame maintains a respectable and consistent presence on key social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Although he has a personal website, information there is limited to his speeches, activities, and biography. Number 3. John Mahama. Ghana's former President John Dramani Mahama, who is seeking to be re-elected in the country's upcoming presidential elections in December, is vastly present on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, with most of his campaign activities streamed live on these platforms. Additionally, the former president has a well-maintained, interactive website. Number 2. Yoweri Museveni. Yoweri Museveni, President of Uganda since 1986 and running again in the 2021 presidential elections, surprisingly engages extensively online. His social media accounts on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram are very busy, with several thousands of people interacting with posts daily. His personal website is detailed, up-to-date, and interactive. Number 1. Nana Akufo-Addo. Ghana's President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who is seeking to be re-elected in the December 2020 presidential elections, topped the rankings. He has active presence on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. In addition to his personal website and the official government website, there is also a dedicated campaign website that details his record in professional and public life, achievements in his first term, and manifesto for the new mandate he is seeking. The website also features articles that expand on the achievements and promises of the candidate. Mr. Akufo-Addo also performed remarkably with regard to our scoring on social media presence, an activity as well as traffic analytics of associated websites and social media platforms.